There's a lovely sound to hear in the morning, isn't it? A lovely little gurgle of a cute little baby. That's what we need to focus on.
Yeah. Our next guest was first diagnosed with cancer, aged 15 years of age. Doctors thought they caught it in time. Unfortunately, it returned 2 years later.
Now, aged 30, not only has Alannah Roberts beaten cancer 3 times, she's also given birth to the world's oldest frozen egg baby. Oh, look at that.
Baby Faith, look at her there.
Oh, she's gorgeous. She was born in September, more than 30 years after her mum's eggs have been frozen, and it's the first time an egg has been successfully used in IVF anywhere in the world after having been frozen for so long. As you can see, Alannah joins us with husband Andy, baby Faith and Dr. Hilary as well. Good to see all of you this morning. She's making her presence known, which we love to see.
Yeah.
You must be absolutely thrilled.
Obviously, it was just, I was elated. I was so happy that I was capable of having a baby. I didn't realise it was such...
Record-breaking.
Yeah, so record-breaking, but just happy to have her.
You were first diagnosed, Alannah, at 15 years of age.
I was, yes.
I can't imagine. I mean, you've got so many things going on as a teenager anyway, but to be diagnosed with cancer at that age...
Yeah.
I'd imagine, though, age 15, the last thing you're thinking about is the potential to have a child in the future. You're just thinking about getting over the cancer.
Yeah, I was very, very poorly at the time, so I didn't really much think about anything. Yeah, it wasn't even on my radar about children because I was a child myself. So I just wanted to enjoy my childhood.
So when you got cancer for the second time, was it your sister who suggested it? How did it come about, the idea that we should think about your fertility?
Well, really, I was so ill. My parents were just concentrating on making me better.
You're about 17.
Yeah, I was 17 at the time, and it's not really on their radar to think about my future in that respect of having children. But my sister, who was in her early 20s, she was like, hang on a minute, what about, will this affect her being able to reproduce? What will this do? When the doctor said, oh, actually, yeah, it could make her infertile, she was like, right, well, what can we do about that? And it was my sister that really rallied to make sure I could have the time to produce eggs and have them frozen.
And thank goodness she did.
And like you say, at the time, you were just battling to stay alive and battling to try and make the next day. Amazing foresight of your sister to be thinking, this isn't about tomorrow, this is about 10 years' time.
Yeah, well, she's very on the ball with things, my sister is. She's a lot better than me. I kind of ignore things a little bit and pretend they're not happening, whereas my sister's like, right, let's take this into action, we'll do this, we'll do that. Yeah, so she was very much driving it for me.
So then you meet Andy, and you got ill again, which must have been horrendous for you suddenly, Andy, to be in a situation when the person you've fallen in love with is suddenly becoming ill, having already beaten it twice.
Absolutely, yeah. It was. We were talking about it last night, weren't we? It was kind of the moment. We'd literally just come back off holiday, and you woke up in the morning, you found a lump in her neck, and I think you instantly knew what it was. And kind of I was sat there, and I'd never experienced anything like that before. Nobody's really been ill in my family before, and I was kind of sat there, not really taking it in, kind of almost
bewildered.
Yeah, I was just kind of thinking, oh, it'll be okay. And then kind of the weeks and months went by, kind of the reality set in of what it was and what you were going to go through. And yeah, and it was just kind of unbelievable shock as to what it was.
So you faced another battle.
Yeah.
You get through that battle.
Yeah.
Because you're just clearly very resilient. And then you think, you know what, now, how about we start having a family?
Yeah.
And of course, all of a sudden, your sister's decision 13 years previously to freeze some eggs is one thing. But the chances of that actually turning into a baby, little Faith here, I mean, I mean, birth is a miracle anyway, but to do what you did, just to talk us through sort of the chances of it all working and having an egg that was that old.
Oh, wow. Well, I didn't realise how old she was in terms of the egg, but we were told about what was going to happen bit by bit. So when she was thawed out, they told us that you could actually lose 65%, up to 65% of your eggs, and we were like, OK, well, we only have 7, so that's a lot. And then they rang us the next day and said, actually, it's a miracle. You haven't lost any.
Wow.
And we were like, OK,
finally
that's great.
luck was on your side.
I was like, great, good news.
Yeah.
Then as the days went on, day by day you can lose them overnight. When they actually fertilise the eggs, you can lose them that way because it's so technical and so difficult.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had 5 eggs survive the process. Unfortunately, 3 of them weren't of good quality and they wouldn't have produced a baby. But 2 of them weren't actually excellent quality, they were good quality. So someone my age, they said, we normally implant 1. Due to the fact they're only of good quality, we'll put the 2 in. So, yeah.
And then one of them...
Yeah.
Okay,
One was enough.
this
As it
little
turned
monster.
out,
One
wasn't
was
it?
enough.